Hello Leo, and welcome to your monthly forecast. Great to see everyone again. And just a reminder, you can always use this reading for your sun, your rising, and also for your moon sign. I like to start every month off with some channeled information, and the channeled information comes to me after I've selected a deck of cards to work with and after I meditate on your sign. And that really is what allows me to tune in and see what the highest or most important piece of information is for you over the course of this reading. As I tuned in, I got a sense of acceleration or a lot of rapid motion or rapid changes. So your channeled information is to prepare for that acceleration. And ways that you can prepare are really to prioritize. If there's a lot going on, you might be in a place where you could miss something. So to keep up with it, I would really take a look at what your top priorities are, put your attention there, and also know if there's been anything in your life where you feel like there hasn't been a lot of momentum. Maybe that could become your first priority, because I feel like the energy of this month wants to support things that have been possibly stagnating a little bit or going slower than you wanted. So let's now expand this into the full reading, and I start always with a Celtic cross, and then I look at health, wealth, love, and destiny after that. So let's give this a great shuffle and see what's in store for you over the month of September. All right. Change is afoot. We see that at the center. The other thing, by the way, is I will pull a catalyst card here in a moment. The catalyst will connect all of the different cards that we see in front of us, and it also tells you how the action of the month is going to be either best utilized or kicked off. I like to look at that, and then I also like to look at the final card that I pull, which is a destiny card. They're kind of like bookends for what's going on over the course of this month. Let's go ahead and take a look at that aforementioned catalyst card. Your insight this month, we have a birth card, and it's reversed, which shows me that anything that, again, that has been delayed may come through, even if it's unexpected. You may have given up on a project, you may have given up on being able to do something, but the birth card very much supports that. It also tells you that if there's been a place in your life where you haven't actually prioritized things to create something new, it might be a missed opportunity. So around the middle of the month, we see the number 15 on that. It's a really good time for fresh starts or new beginnings. For anybody that might also be thinking of conceiving, or again, whether it's conceiving or creating or delivering news, again, one delay might happen at the beginning, but I do feel towards the middle of the month, you'll have a second chance at that. All right, now let's just focus on the cards in front of us. We have the Tower card in reverse, and I really like this particular tower because if you look at the upright version of it, it is a phoenix, which shows that the changes that are underway are actually for positive transformation, and that you can overcome or basically make it through any of these changes. Now, the reversal of this is usually a card that says, prep yourself for restructuring. Be ready for something that you might already know about. Whenever I see death reversed or the tower reversed, and especially if I ascribe it with any sort of work that you might be doing, this card is normally saying, you know that this is happening. The key thing for this, when you're looking at it, is how can I utilize this so that I can come through this and feel like I've learned something, or that I'm getting to a better place. Also, with this particular tower, you'll see that it's a doorway. So it's less about the uncomfortable situation that you're in at the moment, and it's more about the opportunity of where you're going to be and looking towards that, looking for that other side. There may be an opportunity for new love, because on the other side of that door we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups, very good card. It's also an aspect of your personality. It's showing that this month is a time for creativity, for love, for a focus on relationships. And so these are the areas that I would highlight and that I would spend more time in. You may also find someone with lighter features, much like you see in this card coming through. It seems like it's something this is a change agent. So it could be change for the better, it could be an uncomfortable change, but the King of Cups is attached to that change for you. As we look into the deep past, or what's affecting this moment, we have the Five of Pentacles. And Five of Pentacles speaks to relationships with parents and children, and that might be an area of your life that you have to put a little bit more energy. It also speaks to a need for you to focus on your own money. Are you comfortable with where you're at? Are you feeling like you aren't making enough? whatever the sort of sense of lack is in your life, this is where you need to focus. And I like this one because you'll see that this person is kindling or creating something new. And it is about self-preservation and protection this month. Take care of your health. This card also comes up when we're recovering from injuries, or there might be something under the surface that you need to pay attention to, so don't be afraid of that. We have the Knight of Staves in reverse here, showing that as the month kicks off, there may be difficulty when it comes to accepting new ideas, presenting ideas, having other people understand where you're coming from. So make sure that you vet out your ideas with somebody else that you trust. Maybe talk to someone and see how it sounds if you're going to give a public speech, or if you need to reach out to a group of people that you don't really normally relate to. This is a time when you're going to need some advice on that. And the main piece of information that comes through this is try not to make a snap decision. Try to really think through everything, take in all points of feedback, and then try to arrive at that decision. We have the Three of Cups as your crowning card, which shows me that despite the change that might be uncomfortable in the center, it can also just be a significant change. This can include like getting married or moving into a new family, or something that's usually a cause for good shifts in your life. But Three of Cups is showing that there should be some celebrations, or there'll be people around you that want to bring you into their lives. It's about open-heartedness, and we see that with the King of Cups in the center here. Some of you might be coming through a point in your life where you're just starting to kind of come out of your shell. And if not, this month gives you an opportunity to practice your socializing skills. Money should improve as you get towards the middle to end of the month. We have King of Pentacles in the near future. Some of you might be bringing in that kind of relationship, either with your money or also a King of Pentacles, usually darker features, usually someone that's successful, that likes really nice things, that has a strong ego, a strong sense of who they are. But it's also a nurturing card. Whenever I see Queen of Pentacles, it's a very maternal card. This can be a paternal card, and it can be speaking to the need to improve a relationship with a father figure or a mentor in your life, since we see the Five of Pentacles in the deep past. So that might be an area that you want to work on healing or improving. There is a chance to either step away from something or make a decision on how you're viewing something. Many of you may also be going through a lawsuit or litigation, or again, weighing a very heavy decision. Justice upright means that you have a lot of say in the matter. When it's reversed, sometimes there's a judgment cast against you. Sometimes it's a negative judgment that you express towards something else, usually thinking, I don't want this anymore, etc. But with the upright, it's about maintaining balance. This is in your ego position. When we're looking at that King of Cups, that King of Pentacles, are these people or are these influences good in your life? You only have room for one if it's a relationship. So if you're trying to decide between the two, I would actually go for the King of Pentacles, because that character is not attached to the Tower. And the Tower card's a very unstable card, and that King of Cups in your life could be unstable. Speaking of your own personality or your own challenges this month, it could also mean that you really want to pay attention to your emotions. You have a lot of opportunity, King of Pentacles, but you have a lot of fear, doubt, or excitement, King of Cups, that could unhinge these opportunities. We see the Four of Cups in your environment card, and this speaks to opportunities, but sometimes hidden ones. Usually you'll see this as a cup floating in the air and someone who's not always aware of it. This one is indicated by a gate. There's a lot of gates coming through and doors this month. So as you step through this uncomfortable situation, the Tower, there may be something new on the horizon, but you have to step through that old situation before the new one comes in, and that's what this Four of Cups is saying. As we look at hopes and fears, there is a lot of stress over money. Some of you may be leaving a job or stepping into a financial situation that is attached to more risk, the Tower. And so you really want to make sure that you are comfortable with the risk, that this is something that is in your best interest, and if you have children, that it's also in your family's best interest. Sometimes we have to step aside from our ego, and that's really why your ego card is balanced here, and decide this might not just be about you. Many of you might have a lot of dependents, or your decisions could affect a larger group of people, especially if you're a manager or a patriarch or a matriarch of your family. Your outcome card is one of opportunities. It's reversed, but the Seven of Cups is about people in your life sometimes not always supporting you too. on what you want. They may see you as a daydreamer, and they may see you reaching for an unobtainable goal, but I want to encourage you this month that things can happen quicker than you think. That's why we have this acceleration card. And you also have the support of newness this month, because we have birth reverse, which shows a doubt of that. The Tower, which shows leaving something old behind. And justice, which means making a decision on what you want to embrace, the new or the old. Overall, a great month from what I can see with the cards. Change is really what these cards are saying. Why don't we expand the forecast and look at health, wealth, love, and destiny, and see if there's some additional nuances or information that can assist you. As I look at health, I like to remind everyone that this includes your mind, your body, and your spirit. So you want to see this as an all-inclusive card, but there'll typically be one focus as I look at it. So we have manifestation, so it's about mind this month. Magic manifestation, though, or magic manifesting. It says your dreams, visions, and goals become reality. Stay focused. So the key thing for you is to not allow the Seven of Cups card can also be about getting lost in your thoughts, overthinking things. So the more you can stay positive and focused, the easier it's going to be for your physical strength to align with that and allow you to do it. That's the body part. The mind part is the focus. The spirit is actually being a magnet, magnetizing to that future that is going to happen if you allow it, and really letting something new come into your life, birthing something that you're excited about. So great card. It's all about mind over matter. If you're trying to improve something in your health this month, that magic manifesting card is about believing that you're going to be able to push through the challenge. It really is. If you don't believe in your mind and your heart that you can get better, or that you can make a change in your current health status, your body kind of gives up. So it's 50-50. And again, sometimes your body it can only go so far, but push it and see if it can reach where your mind is. And that's what athletes do every day. They kind of prove the impossible. So I want you to believe in the impossible and reach towards that goal. Even if you only get halfway there or a few steps towards it, that's further than a lot of people do. So keep reaching. Because I'm seeing reaching in that, I would also say it's a good month for stretching. So however you want to do that, stretching before you work out to avoid injury, doing yoga, just to improve your flexibility. That was one last piece that came through. Now let's take a look at your wealth, which for those of you in school, it's about opportunities. For those of you in business, it's about money. For retired people, it's about security. What I see here is contact. Don't be afraid to reach out to someone in your life and ask a question, make a connection. For many of you that are ready for a new business opportunity, this is simply about sending an email, picking up the phone, sending a text, asking a friend to make that connection for you. So I see that there's a single conduit this month for many of you that can improve your financial situation or your feeling of security when it comes to how you are taken care of financially. This is very much attached to your intuitive, your third eye, a little bit of throat chakra, but a lot of third eye here. So I want you to talk about your dreams, your hopes, your fears with this person, and they're going to be someone that can make it happen. It's an activation person. All right, so let's take a look at your love relationships. Love includes not just who you're dating, but also your family, your friends, and your relationship with your own person, because that's really how everything starts, and that's also how we attract love in our life. People read off how we feel about ourselves. So it says, look at your pattern in relationships. A good time to do this is anytime between the 1st and the 12th. Again, at the beginning of the month, we'll still be coming out of that retrograde, so I want you to look at the patterns, see what it is that you want to release, and before you get into the next relationship, or if you're in a relationship, before you keep going through the same cycles, the same patterns, this is a chance to break the cycle. Break it for positive change in your life. So if you've always had people that don't believe in you, this is a chance to find people that do. If you've always been the one that is doing all the work, this is your chance to make sure that reciprocity is there. Remember, balance is key, and I think this ties into relationships more than anything. All right, now let's take a look at your destiny card. And for me, destiny, like I said, it's that bookend. It's almost as important as the catalyst, or I'm starting to see it as that as I've spent several years looking at the cards. It's a trajectory card. So you're headed there, but you're not, it's not set in stone. This is the most malleable, the most changeable of anything that we're going to see. So if you like it, great. If you don't, absolutely do what's necessary to change it so that you're in a better place. Your destiny card is Hummingbird. I love it when I pull this one because it's attached to spirituality. Also, it absolutely it connects with Accelerate. Hummingbirds move faster than almost any animal, and the interesting thing, I forget where I read this, but it's almost like they move fast enough that they can almost be going in and out of dimensions here. But what I want you to believe here is that you can do the same thing. You can shake things up. You can change your future if you want to. And this is a very air-associated card, so it's about thought. Your thought is going to be what creates the momentum. So your body will follow, the people around you will follow, but until it changes here, and I would also say in the seat of your heart, it's not going to make a difference. So believe in yourself, see things happening, believe that it's going to be faster than anyone else could imagine and faster than your own dreams. Great card to end on. So let's now review everything, and then I'll give you the final summary here. So the main information that came through before I pulled any cards was that sense of acceleration and undeniable speed that can happen this month if you attach to that possibility that it's going to happen. Your catalyst card was to open yourself to creating something new. Even if you believe that that's something that you've never really done before, I want you now to give it a chance, to give something a chance, a relationship a chance, maybe even starting a family or adopting a child or adopting a dog. This is a month where many of you have to give up something, and that's why the Justice card is here and the Tower is reversed, before something comes through, but you have to make peace with it. There's emotions attached to it. And you'll notice here, open-mindedness, opportunity, connected with emotions, and affected highly by the Tower. Also, you have to, one pattern that I would encourage you to release is any fear surrounding money. I see an improvement coming through with the Seven of Pentacles here, and I really didn't talk about that much the first time. So the Seven of Pentacles is about recovery. It's about your physical recovery, your financial recovery, and about really being able to take care of your future and yourself and your future. So I see it happening, but I feel like you have to let go of any feelings of sadness, blame, or doubt, because the future is possibility. It's not what existed in the past. There's a chance or a choice to celebrate around the middle of the month. There's also people that want to reach out. Don't be a hermit. Be a social butterfly this month if you can. The other thing that I see here is that I don't want you to overthink stuff. It's okay to daydream a bit, but at some point I want you to reach for what you want to. Don't overthink if it's going to happen or if it's not. As I said, you have a lot of possibility for big changes to come through. When we looked at health, really focus on your mind being as strong as possible. That can come through meditation, through a little bit of stubbornness, but stubbornness that's going to allow you to achieve your goal. When we look at wealth, pick up the phone, send an email, send a text, reach out to that person in your life that can help you get to the next area of financial success, a new job, or advice. As we look at love, try to let go of any sort of tendency to repeat things that you might have in the past. So any patterns that you want to release, this is the time. Let go. Know that you're not forever stuck in something that your family's done, that you've done, that your partner's done. This is your chance to begin anew, and to do so with speed that might surprise other people. Hummingbird is showing an attachment to spirituality and that strength of mind that's going to buoy your future along and really make your heart and the possibilities around you kind of beat faster and move faster. So that brings this month to a close, or this reading to the close. And I just want to say thank you so much. Thanks for your support as I've been recovering. Thanks for your sort of work that you've been doing on yourself to improve. I usually say that at the end, but that's the purpose of this. I'm so happy that we're all working harder to be more enlightened, to be more aware, and to also help people around us. So if you ever want more advice, I do offer one-on-one appointments, and I'll put a link right in the description area below, also in the corner, so you can reach out and look at rates and availability if that's something you'd like to do. To stay in touch, there are 3 main ways to do that. You can simply subscribe to the channel. You can also opt into notifications, that little bell icon. And if you'd like, I have a newsletter that I send out weekly and also on the 1st of each month. The one on the first is about information coming through. The other ones are announcements and direct links to all of your weekly sign-specific information. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you'd like to support this channel, I would love that. I have a donation area on my website. I also recently joined Patreon, so those are both optional but very much appreciated ways to say thank you. Last and most importantly, thank you for, again, showing up here, doing the work, and making it worthwhile. Keep the likes, subscribes, and comments coming. I really appreciate it. And I'm wishing you not only the expedience that I'm seeing here, but the opportunity that really wants to come through. So much love, light, and abundance. Keep working on yourselves, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.